I've been thinking about energy recently, and I work a lot. And I know my days are going really well when at the end of the day, if I work 12 or 14 hours, I get home and my energy level's higher. And I think that's something that happens when you really do what it is you love to do. If you do what it is you love to do, at the end of the day, you actually have more energy. One of the problems I have is a hard time falling asleep at night. And it's not because I'm anxious, it's because I'm excited. I don't want to fall asleep. I was talking to my friend the other day, and she said, "You got to sleep more. You've got to sleep more." And I said, "Why? I have so much to do. I'm so excited to wake up in the morning." And I was thinking about this, and I thought, you know what it's like when you really love what you do? It's a lot like when you first meet a girl or a guy and you have that honeymoon period where you spend all night on the phone and you don't want to go to sleep, and you actually fall asleep on the phone when you're talking to that person. So imagine developing that type of relationship with your job or your career or your passion. You know, when you spend all night talking to that person you really like, isn't it funny? The first thing you want to do when you wake up is call that person back. And you wake up and you have more energy. The more time you spend with that person, the more energy you have. Well, the same thing happens when you're really in love with what it is you do. Whether it's running a business, you're a writer, you're an athlete, you just can't get enough of it. I remember watching a documentary about Tom Brady and how it's just football all the time. And he has endless energy. You can look at a lot of CEOs, some politicians. They just seem to have more energy than other people. And I think it's because they love what they do so much, the same way you love that person you first get in a relationship with. The key is to sustain it. The key is to keep it going after the first few months. What makes you a rare person is to have that romantic feeling with your passion your entire life, to never lose it, to keep it fresh. And the way you keep it fresh is the same thing you do with when you meet somebody. You're always thinking about how beautiful they are, all the cute things they do. And the same thing can happen in your whatever it is you're passionate about. Find what it is you love about it. Like when I write, I love to be away by myself in a nice library or at a park and write. So I keep doing that. I don't stop just because it was fun at the beginning and it's still fun now when I'm running my business. I love working late nights and putting out new products and interacting with customers. I harp on that. I think about that the same way you harp and think about the person you just met and how great they are and how funny they are. And even the stuff they do that might annoy you in a different relationship, you find it cute, you find it endearing. The same thing happens when you're really passionate about what it is you do. So number one, look for those qualities in your passion, the things that you really enjoy. And the second thing you can do is to start visualizing the future with this passion. Where's it going to go? What's it going to be like 2-3 years from now if you keep working hard, keep developing your skills? The same way you might plan a trip with this person you really like, or dates you're going to have, or what your future is going to look like. I'm always thinking about what my business will look like in 6 months, in a year, in 3 years, what my books will look like. My new books, my first real books coming out this Friday. It's on Amazon. I'll put a link below if you guys want to order it. It's a novel. It's a dystopia. And I'd been thinking about this for a long time. It was the first thing I ever wrote when I was 25 years old. I wrote this sitting down one night, overnight. And I just decided to rewrite it and publish it. So it was the first fiction I ever wrote. And I decided to publish it. And it'll be available on Amazon in Kindle form. And I'm going to do the audiobook soon. But if you want to check that out, it's below. But my point is just that love of writing. At the end of the day, I have more energy. It's a great indicator. It's a great indicator if you're living your life the right way. If at the end of the day you feel like you've been strung out, that's how I know I need to tweak something or go back and refresh my visions to make sure I'm excited about the day, excited about my passion. If I start to feel worn out and thin, like Bilbo says in The Lord of the Rings, at a certain point he feels like butter scraped over too much bread. If you start feeling that way, you got to recalibrate what you're doing and re-envision your future. Last point I'll make is use excitement as a gauge. When you're making your to-do list in the morning, try to make a list. When you read through it, it just excites you. That's a great indication, a great indicator that you're on the right path. The same way, again, go back to that relation. You're in a relationship with your passion, with your career. You're in a relationship with this thing you want to do. And think about the beginning of a good relationship you had with somebody, how you talk all night and you have more energy, how you think about the date and the weekend and you're excited. You think about waking up the next day and just seeing them. You can't wait to get to school or work and meet up with them again, right? You don't care about anything else. It's another thing. You become monomaniacal. You become obsessed with this one thing, and it just it's like your sun changes and this person becomes your sun and you orbit around that now. Well, it also happens with your passion. Everything else gets pushed away and you just focus on this thing and your life orbits around that. All right, guys, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Talk to you soon. Beautiful night in sunset in New York. There's the World Trade Center there. All right, guys, bye.